hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? So time come tell with another video. We doing a Hollywood Hot Topics Friday edition. So there's gonna be a lot of topics in this video. So grab your popcorn. I know y'all probably at work. Okay, grab your breakfast. If you're in the office, put your headphones in. Don't let them other coworkers bother you. Them hoes ain't. If you're on your lunch break listening to this, take your time and listen to this, and tell that coworker shut up and let you listen in peace. On my mama, okay? Before I get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think about this video, okay? Now, first thing I wanted to get into, you guys, is some things I'm doing up a follow-up on. Y'all knew the whole Muni Long situation. I told y'all she didn't choose to pick that song, and I told y'all. So Mariah was the one who asked her to perform, and she said she did her best, and she probably told her to perform that song specifically.
Because y'all, well, I don't want to say y'all, but the people that's got a lot to say, you don't understand how this, like, paying homage and having respect for people. You know what I'm saying? She asked me to do it. You thought I chose to get on TV and sing a Mariah Carey song? You thought that was my choice? Why would I do that? Nobody can sing Mariah songs like Mariah. Nobody. I didn't choose that. She asked me to do it. And of course I said yes. Because why would I ever say no? I did my best. And that's all I can do. But even if she hated it, which she didn't, because I do have the footage of us talking afterwards, I'm not going to post it because her lighting wasn't right. And I'm not.
Okay, because you know she blocked you. Okay, Mariah don't play when it comes to the lighting. If she's not looking right, and if it's not on her right side, I think her left or her right, her left side. I think it's her best side. She has the best side, y'all. She gonna get mad. She gonna feel away.
Gonna do that to my girl. You know how Miss Carey is about her lighting. But she told me I did a great job. She appreciated it, and that's it. Once again, if she pushed me down the stairs, if she told me she hated it, I would say thank you. That's what I would say.
Okay, y'all better leave Miss Long and her French roll alone. Okay, she did what she was asked to do, and that's just the fact. I told y'all she picked that song. She wouldn't have picked that song if it was up to her. Okay, and Mariah asked her to do it. All right. Also, another follow-up I wanted to do is Porsha. She recently confirmed that her and Shamea are not as cool as they like to be, or they usually were. Shout out to Porsha. I'm gonna tell y'all why. They tried to get her and Candy to beef with this because them people in them comments, it'd be the one starting up drama. They be the one getting these reality stars to go back and forth, putting words in these other reality stars' mouths that they never said. Candy never said anything about liking Porsha or liking the fact that they're not together or that they're not cool. She never said that. She never said that. I love the fact that they're not getting along. So I'm glad that Porsha was smart enough to peep game and not believe what a fan was saying in the comments.
He said I didn't like Shamea. I think what Candy I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know if Candy said I didn't like Shamea. I think what Candy said was she doesn't believe we're as cool as we used to be. And yes, that's true. I mean, it's when you come on the show and you have certain expectations, and then things seem to turn on you. Without you knowing, that can change any relationship. So, but I don't think Candy said anything like that. Y'all don't be trying to stir stuff up now, because you know how y'all do. Y'all like free tea. Y'all gotta watch the show. So why didn't I post Shamea's song? Dang, y'all, good grief. Well, she didn't send it to me to post. I guess Shamea sent it to everybody, but she didn't send it to me, so I didn't have it to post. Drew, you know what, Drew? I don't know. Y'all know Drew. I think Drew, a lot of y'all didn't want Drew back on the show. So I think coming into this season, she had her ready-made storyline with Baby Daddy, and they knew I would react because who wouldn't? I mean, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody's doing something behind your back, like trying to film behind your back or whatever, you're going to have something to say. I mean, if I was filming with Ralph and she found out, she would be like, wait a minute, why didn't you just give me a heads up?
How do I feel about her and Shamea not being as cool as they used to be? I said in my last video, I really feel like Porsha is jealous of the fact that Shamea came on the show and now is taking the star power away. I also feel like the fact that now that Shamea is doing a little bit better in life than she is financially and in wealth, it bothers her. She feels away. Those are the type of friends you have to be aware of because they will monitor what you're doing just so that way they make sure that you're still where you're at or you're still in the same spot that you were years ago, whatever, and to make sure that they're a little bit ahead than you. It's kind of sad because they've been friends way before Housewives. So it's not like this is some girl that she met on the show. They've known each other since they were like super young. So the fact that they let Bravo come between that friendship is actually really sad and it's a little pathetic. And I haven't seen the storyline play out yet, but I'm telling y'all I'm blaming Porsha before I even see it because of the way that she responds to it. It's a little bit of a hateration in her tone. It's a little bit of a irritation in her tone when Shamea gets brought up. It's like she's sick of hearing her name because she's seeing her being plastered everywhere. But you should be happy for your friend because we know you already, Porsha. You've been on this show for years. Shamea's been on this show, but we barely have highlighted her at all. We didn't really get to know her on a personal level. And now that we are, it's bothering her and it's disturbing her spirit. Okay. I do hope though that they make up though, because that friendship to me, I think, is worth fixing because of the history that they do have. Okay. I will say though, I think Candy's a little, I think she like it a little bit low key. She ain't say that though, but on the low key tip, I think she likes it. I think she wants me to be her friend in our Porsches. If we gonna be giving it that back. And I ain't mad at it because Candy, I felt like has been more of a real friend to Porsha. I mean to Shamea that Porsha has. Just watch that Phaedra situation. I'm just saying. You was freaking fracking while, Shamea was whack-a-whack-a-mole, Phaedra upside her head with her reeds. Okay? And when it comes to the song, although she may have not sent it to you, a real friend, you wouldn't even have to send it to me. I would repost it off the strength of just seeing your post. You probably still follow her on social media, right? All it would take is a simple repost on your story or screenshot post it on your page. Maybe not have it up for the whole, existence of the page, but at least for like a week or something. I'm just saying. That's just me, but hey. Now let's talk about the Bambi. Okay. Let me tell y'all. Scrappy and Bambi's beef is one of the most, toxic beefs, baby mama, baby daddy, that we've seen in a minute. Okay. So
It's Bambi.
posted a clip from the next episode coming up of Spice. Quit the dance on Spice. Y'all probably asking why didn't I recap the last episode of Love and Hip Hop? Child, it wasn't interesting. No shade. I'm recapping Love and Hip Hop, but I'm doing it like periodically. You feel me? I'll do like 2 episodes at once in one video. Like I'm that type of nigga. No shade. They need to do better with Love and Hip Hop. We ain't getting no reunions. It's exhausting. Please do better, babe. No shade. Right? Spice, you guys, said that Bambi has 11 listeners on Spotify, right? Now, upon checking, she actually has more than 11 listeners. At the point of the post and them going back and forth, she had 59. She had 59 listeners on Spotify. You feel me? Which, it's worth something, right? But that's a little bit, Bambi. I thought your shimmer brought a little bit more listening and audio to your Spotify than that, okay? So she reposted a clip and said, "Who's my biggest hater? Spice got 11 BBLs, Scrappy got 11 BMs, and $11. I'm gonna save the rest for another time." Bambi, you should have went for all hell, because in the clip we also see Rashida, Kirk, they're giggling and laughing, and I also believe that's Shakana in the background as well, laughing. So I would have said Kirk and Rashida, you done got cheated on by 11 bitches. And then I would have said, Shakana, you you done been a best friend and a sidekick to 11 people in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you gonna read, just go all the way there, Bambi. So after this was posted, it caused an uproar. Y'all know Mama D, does not mess around when it comes to disturbing the palace. Okay? So she said, I've been chilling out, but I want this to understand you have Rashida and Kurt make expressions on their face and walk out, but you keep riding my son's D. Why don't you worry about the information he knows about you, B? Because I'm not going to keep playing with you. You know what? I'm going to make sure your life is absolutely miserable if you don't shut up and quiet down. I'm not playing with you, B, because I'm not because you see, unlike my son, I'm not finna play with you. Now, Mama D, you too old to be getting all angry like that, cursing on the ground like that. You have some health issues, and we do not need you to get angry and rise up that high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Now, Bambi didn't stop there. She said, who got a BBL before a hip replacement is talking again? Aren't you tired of swinging from my tampon string 304? Mama D, I ain't gonna do, shut up. Okay, and then she replied back to Mama D, said, boo boo B, let's go. Now, y'all, it really did not stop there. Mama D went on and said, see, now I thought you were still okay, but now I see it's feeding time. Somebody give this a doggy treat to gum on.
Even a dog won't bite the hand that feed it. Me and my family have been kind to your dumb ass. You and your goddamn broke back mountain family, bitch. You're never grateful because you don't even thank my son for even bringing you on the show. And all this shit that my son has done for you, bitch, and this the thanks he get. When Spice is the one that said what she said, and you dare to go against the throne of grace. See, that's what make a dumb bitch a dumb bitch. Now you think you some big line bullshit. What you are, bitch, is a big linebacker. You wide back, yellow big giraffe walking bitch. And you'll never stand up to the armor of God. Nevertheless, the armor of the goddamn palace, bitch. And there you go, ho. There you go. Acting like a hoe.
There you go, looking pitiful. Doesn't I let you go? There you go, dun 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 dun. There you go, looking pitiful.
She's so dumb, even a dog won't bite the hand.
Okay, and then after this happened, y'all, of course, Scrappy had to put his naive opinion on the situation. My whole thing is with this, Bambi has all rights to defend herself. Y'all throwing shade and being funny. Spice is throwing shade and being funny. At the end of the day, Scrappy, you need to realize, although you may not like this woman, she is the mother of your children. So you have to have some sort of respect for her. So if somebody is clowning her, it may not be the best thing to laugh. You may want to say, hey, chill out. I don't want no issues. Y'all know how she get. That's between y'all. That would have rectified the situation. But you laughing at ha kiki, that don't help nothing. And I'm not even a fan of Bambi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not oh, I love Bambi. It's just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just off the strength of that she's your BM, you shouldn't have laughed or allowed Spice to continue to key about it.
About them kids when she talking bad, negative about me, and she been doing it for years. She been doing it even when I was married. You know what I'm saying? So say one thing about my people, cuz I got something gonna like though. Hey, and say one thing. You wanna be famous? You wanna be famous? Yeah, you wanna be famous. You been wanna be famous. You finally made it. You finally motherfucking made it.
My whole thing is, what y'all got on Bambi that she cannot, that we already don't know? We know that Bambi's a 304, or formerly was a 304. We met her in the hot tub, a musky hot tub. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you know that we don't. What you gonna post a back page ad? Like, goodbye. Like, I just don't feel like they have anything that's salacious to reveal about Bambi that the world does not already know. So I don't think they're eating as much as they think they are.
You finally made it, my nigga, to the big leagues. You finally made it to the big leagues, my nigga. You finally do with it. Don't scrap. Don't keep talking about Scrappy. You gotta find something else to do. Talk about who you with. Don't talk about me. I ain't trying to hear it.
Okay, I wouldn't play it all because the copyright, that damn music in the background. Okay, and I also feel like it's a little bit of jealousy towards Bambi because she has been able to kind of make her own way in regards to just being on the show, and also she was now on Zeus Network co-hosting with Erica. If we really want to keep it a buck, it's her and Erica's show. Erica couldn't even do the show by herself. They have Bambi, now they added her friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's getting help. So the fact she was able to do a Zeus Network show, that shows that, you know, she's able to pivot in her own way. And I think that bothers them a little bit. Okay. Nice. Quinn on the space replied back to you know, Bambi shade. And I'm not gonna lie, I found it a little funny. She said, who would have thought 11 listeners would have hurt so bad? I'm sorry, Bam. I was 48 listeners off. I can tell you thought you was a star for real, child. I got 11 BBLs, you got 11 breast implants, and you joined the line 11 times when God gave up people teeth.
It's Bambi.
Not only she read the fact that Bambi done had some implant surgery, but the guns as well. Okay? One thing about that Spice she gonna read. But Spice, this show's doing you no favors. I'm sorry. It's make you look like a mean girl. Okay? It's make you look bitter. It's making you look like an angry woman. The show. It's not helping with anything, in my opinion. Now, a person who hopped into it that I did not agree should have gone into it is Shakira. Shakira, you are a new baby mother, so you should not have a dog in this fight. Not only because that you're new to the palace, it's how you conceived in the palace. The way that you conceived in the palace was a way of lust. It was in a way of the guards not being at arm in the palace. Okay, the guards were not at full attention, so you actually snuck into the palace. You know what I'm saying? I understand the palace because me and Mama D, I worked in the palace part time, low key. She said divorced and then engaged to a new man and still worried about her ex is diabolical. I do a lot of ish, but I could never be that pressed ever. I really genuinely feel bad. Obviously, someone isn't healed. And y'all bugged out if y'all think a mom ain't gonna take up for their son every time. Right or wrong, I'ma always ride for mine.
It's Bambi don't want me.
Okay. So I don't know, Shakira. It's just like I would just focus on being a new mother and just like leave yourself out of it. Like you don't need to insert yourself into it. I just don't. Okay. Now this whole situation, y'all, I feel like in order for them to actually rectify the situation, all of them would have to be off of Love and Hip Hop. I feel like the internet and also the show has contributed to them going back and forth a lot more than if they weren't on the show. But Love and Hip Hop looks like it's never going to end anytime soon. So probably not going to happen. Okay. Speaking of more Love Hip Hop, y'all doing a little bit too much. Like I thought this was funny, but it's like now Yandy has a point where when she said y'all trying to mess with her marriage, leave my marriage alone. Okay. Because it was recently Yandy's birthday. And apparently he made a chat GPT message for Yandy. It said, happy birthday. Wow. 20 years of knowing you. And let me tell you, I know this was Chat GPT when it said wow. No shade. Man, this is not a wild type of nigga. Like, let me tell y'all, Chat GPT be snitching on y'all because they use a lot of verbiage that you guys do not use in a regular day. Wow. When have we ever heard Mendeecees say wow? Okay? The only time we probably heard him say wow is when she wanted to have another baby. Okay? She was like, wow, you trying to have another baby? Like, that nigga don't say wow. Like, it says, wow, 20 years of knowing you and 10 years of marriage. We created a wonderful, I got to do the Mendeecees. We created a wonderful life together. While we raised our incredible children and facing life challenges, our bond has been only strengthened. You are my foundation, my companion, and my close friend. You've been my prize, my greatest achievement, and someone I aspire to make proud. You bring joy to my life every day. During the hard moments, we supported each other, learn, and grow together over these 20 years of friendship, partnership, and marriage. You even have my baby. You mean everything to me. I can't envision my life without you. I love you. Happy birthday, Yandy. Okay, I feel like y'all doing too much. Now at this point, y'all picking and bullying on these people. Leave these people alone. Let me tell you, we as Black people really have to do better because it's like, y'all, we really went out of our way to call him out over posting a birthday message. Now, if he didn't post a birthday message, y'all would have got on him for that. Y'all would have read on him for that, for not posting a birthday message. And he did, and y'all still got on him. Poor Mendeecees. At this point, just get off social media. But he makes coin off of social media, so I wouldn't leave either. I'm just saying, okay? Poor guy. All right, so next thing I wanted to get into, y'all, is Drew. This to me is another level of pathetic and loud. Y'all know how Ralph on the new Housewives of Atlanta episode has been revealed to be in the basement. Well, now he's starting a podcast in the basement called Ralph in the Basement. You can't make this up, y'all.
Conversation. I sat down with her and I was like, listen, like, look, based on everything that's going on, I think we should go our separate ways. I think, we fit there. Yo, look, if they come down, everybody got free reign because she's not allowed to be down here. So if she come down these steps, I'm going to the courts. You know what I'm saying? Y'all putting it right in the app. Hey, Drew violated the order. Look, this is not a game out here. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business here, Let me drink to that.
Ralph in the basement. Are y'all gonna be listening? My whole thing is a lot of y'all don't do your research. So Ralph apparently bought the house. This is why he's not moving. Okay? This is why he's not wanting to leave the house. Now, apparently, according to Drew, which do I really want to trust what Drew is saying? Because we've seen her come and lie a few times. He's requesting spousal and child support. Now, the spousal I don't agree with at all because it's like you a whole man, but that's besides the point. With this podcast though, I wonder if he's gonna recap each episode of Housewives. Are you gonna become a T page? Join the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna be doing on this page? That's what I want to know. Ralph, to me, gaslit Drew so much to the point where it's like I low-key feel like he's getting an enjoyment of torturing her. Because why would you want to be so happy to snitch on her and like make her mad? It's like that's another level of toxic. That's next level. This is why you really got to be careful about who you have kids with and who you get married to, especially married. Okay, because you could end up in a situation like Drew. Your ex-husband is in the basement. You can't even bring niggas home, Drew, because your ex is gonna be hearing you getting from the upper room, from the lower room, and you get in the upper room. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's embarrassing. I really feel for Drew in this situation, but I feel like she should have did a due diligence and left before it got to this level, because now he knows all of your triggers, and now he's with you to the point of no return because he knows he can get away with it. Okay. Now that app thing is genius though, because that is incredible, like whatchamacallit. That's incredible evidence. So that way it can't be your word against his, because it's all on text message, which I think is a great idea. So shout out to the judicial system for coming up with something like that. Okay? The courts, the family court system. Now, one little clip I wanted to talk about, you guys, is Glorilla. By the way, Bravo, can y'all go down to the basement? Can Bravo go down to the basement, Ralph? Because I just want to see some. Like, you feel me? Can they go down to the basement? Is it okay they go to the basement? Like, I want to know. So Glorilla, you guys, is feeling her fish, okay? She is giving us RuPaul's Drag Race realness with a new lip sync segment during her concerts. Okay, she comes down the stairs lip syncing. Next thing you know, they pull off and they do a tearaway. Okay, the way RuPaul has inspired the girls has to be studied. They shade. I live for this. A lot of y'all don't know how to put on a performance. She's giving us a performance. What artist and rap artist you know is giving you a lip sync and a tearaway? Bam! into a bodysuit. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm paying my money for a concert, I want this level of drama. I want a tearaway. I want a backflip. I want a front flip. I want a split. Like, show me some. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Glorilla for being creative and actually doing something like this. Okay. Now, on to Married to Medicine. They dropped a sneak peek where Phaedra literally ate the girls for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner because of what she went through on the season, y'all. It's the fact that Andy played it and then just looked smug, like, oh. Phaedra called him fat, funny looking. Said that there's those mean black girls who talk about other black women. Listen, Phaedra, first of all, you're not lying. Secondly, this was funny to me. I'm sorry, because we don't really get to see this a lot, to where a person tells the cast about themselves. The last time we seen that was when Erica thought she was better than the program, and on Love and Hip Hop, she did an interview by herself with Mona, and she was like, "These bitches can have a piece of burger. I could feed them a piece of burger." When she was with Bow Wow and thought she was, the next J Lo. That's the last time we see something like this. Listen, Phaedra saying all of this, though, I feel like from what you said, that's not too far off from Housewives of Atlanta. You guys are those black women as well that talk about other black women. So, like, let's not act like, Married to Medicine is that far off from Housewives, because it's really not. They're a lot gutter than Housewives, and they go there a lot more than Housewives. But let's not act like, you guys are so prim and proper over there, where you got Porsha over there beating bitches in the alley. You know what I'm saying? I don't find that to be, so nice and sweet. She beat the bitch up in an alley. The cameras just didn't catch it because they couldn't fit the lights in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some good ass, but y'all don't talk about that. Phaedra didn't belong on that show. That's the issue. She should have never been on there. She never was married to medicine, my love. That's the issue. She wasn't married to medicine, my love. So you didn't fit. You were in medicine and you were not married to a nigga in medicine. Okay? Y'all need to come up with married to legal. Then put Phaedra on there. Now let's talk about the Kanye of it all. These tweets have been so... I've been waiting to talk about it because I didn't want to talk about it so early, because we know that Kanye, when he starts, it goes on for days. And, it's been like the third or fourth day that this has been happening. Okay? The tweets just go on for days. I'm talking about for days. He's talked about how the Kardashians are sex trafficking, how Beyonce and Jay-Z's babies are mentally challenged. A lot of things that are being done to Diddy, and how he feels like Diddy is being made an example out of, and he's done nothing wrong. There's just been a lot. Okay? He's made a video about it as well. He shaded Cardi B, which I agreed with that shade. That's the one thing that, I think was 100% correct, because where is she going to be 5 years from now? She doesn't drop soon.
So let me explain to you why I stand by Puff. When I went against Adidas got my bank to freeze my accounts right before tax time. From the way I understand that, you evade taxes, you can go to prison. So I believe Adidas tried to put me in prison for not abiding by their contract. So watch this. Puff sues Diageo. A hotel video from 10 years earlier is put out. Now people don't like Puff. And then Diageo, they go in with the most insane media takedown I've ever seen, all the way to not just the media, but not allowing a person to get bombed for $50 million. There's people with actual murders that are at home on bond and not a $50 million bond, right? So there's something that just feels like it's a public lynching. And it also feels like there's something where they try to do the same thing to me. And that's my stance on that. So let me explain to you why I stand.
I don't agree with this. I feel like Puff's actions caught up to him. I don't think they're making an example out of him. I just feel like he's done so much dirt in the past that it's now coming up to him. What happened with Kanye, they were trying to make an example out of Kanye. I agree with that 100%. His whole situation with Adidas, the fact that he was able to rectify it and end up working out a negotiation shows that they were wrong in that situation. They know that they were wrong. When it comes to Diddy, it's been so many people that he's wrong that God's, freaking punishment came down on him. And that's why he's in so much legal trouble. And that's why he's behind bars. I don't think it has anything to do with anybody trying to, put the black man. No. No. Same thing with R. Kelly. He's done a lot of people wrong. He's done some nasty shit. It's just caught up to him. Nobody's trying to make an example out of anybody when it comes to those two situations. It does happen a lot, but those two I don't think are in that category. Now, the Beyonce thing was sick. Why would you say that about that baby? Like, them babies. Like, god damn. Solange, you guys, is about to... You better hope you don't ever run into Solange. Because she not playing games. If y'all haven't noticed, you guys, Solange has recently changed her Twitter header to her picture with a Glockiana. So play with her if you want to. It's not going to be nothing nice. Because we saw what she did in the elevator. So imagine what she going to do to you when she run up on you. Solange the type that's not afraid to go to jail. You can tell. She the gutter sister. Beyonce a little bit more cute about it. That's the profile picture, y'all. I'm not playing. Now, that you see how that the AV in the back, the banner does not have a picture? Watch when she upload a picture of Tommy pow-powing the girls. And you really gonna know she mean business. Okay? I feel like at this point, I don't think even medication can help out somebody like Kanye. This, I feel like psychotic break that he's having, I do feel like he's saying some truths about it. Okay? I do feel like he's saying some truths, but I do feel like some of the other stuff that he's saying is just a part of his manic episode. Okay? Now, when it comes to the Kardashians and him exposing them, go for it, okay? Because they get an easy pass for everything. So to see them actually getting exposed like this, I was kind of shocked because we know Kris Jenner is working overtime to shut his mouth down. So yeah, don't expect to, be in peace anytime soon because that Kris Jenner, she's working overtime to make sure that this situation is rectified. Okay, let me know what y'all think about some of the rants that he's been saying. And do you guys think that it will stop anytime soon? Okay. Now, the Housewives, you guys finally dropped their taglines. And I'm a little disappointed. I feel like they could have came a little bit better. The one I liked the most was Drew. Because she mentioned the basement. Shout out to Drew. Like, say what you want about that lady, but you cannot take that lady down. She gonna always come in with her head up. She might cry, but she gonna come in there with her head up and not give up. Okay? And I like that about her. She's not the type of person that's gonna stay down for long. Now, the Housewives taglines go as this. We have Brittany Edie who said, I'm pretty and paid. Okay, it's giving William the baddest. Pretty and paid, bitches get laid, bitches get slayed. Pretty and paid. Okay, it's giving William the baddest. She said, I'm pretty and paid, and of course there's haters trying to shade. This to me is so cheap. It's so hoe-like as well. Like it gives Love and Hip Hop. Like, and it does not help with the rumors around you, Brittany. Okay. Next, we have Plus One. Honey, I've always been that one. I love this one. This one is really a good headline, a good tagline because not only it addresses her past with her being just a sidekick, it addresses the present because she is that one this season. Next, we have Kelly with I'm a mama, 4 girls, give me attitude, and I'll ground you too. I love that as well because she really is owning the fact that she's a single mom and she is doing the best that she can. I love Kelly, by the way. Drew, I'll always be upper level. Everyone else is in the basement. This is number one for me. Ralph is somewhere kicking. I'm telling y'all, Ralph is kicking in the basement. Ralph gonna be the type that's gonna knock on the roof of the basement so that way you can hear him. Angela, if you want to find the shade, just look for the oak. Okay? Uh, it's okay. It's a good wordplay on her last name. But it's not, it's not the best. Anytime you have to use shade in your tagline, I feel like you lose already like 20 points. Porsha said, I snatched my peach back. Now I'm bringing the juice. Now, a lot of people have noticed the similarities with Marlo because Marlo had that same tagline in her intro when she first got her peach.
Had the juice, but now I got the peach.
So she literally switched it around. So did you really steal that from Marlo? Because you know she gonna read you. Best one to me was Drew. That's number one for me. Number two for me would be Shamea. Number three for me would be Kelly. Okay. Let me know which taglines y'all was the best. All right. One last thing I wanted to talk about is this guy at Family Dollar basically called out a Spanish worker that was, I guess, talking about him in Spanish and didn't think that he was Hispanic because that nigga's Cubano. Okay.
Man, you got to watch what you say when you say it. Because this is what I'm saying. Because you don't know who speaks Spanish. Yo soy cubano, ¿me entiendes? Pero yo soy cubano. Y cuando habla la gente negra, te hablando de mí también. Okay, but I'm just saying, you need to watch what you say. Okay, I'm just letting you know though. When you talk about people, especially black people, man, watch what you're saying. I ain't recording you. I'm recording myself. I'm recording you now. So you know what? That's what I'm saying. They be talking that shit Spanish, thinking people don't understand their ass. Yo soy cubano.
Okay. I resonate with this video so much because living in South Florida, y'all, this is an everyday occurrence, okay? Todos ustedes son racistas, discretos, y no lo saben, okay? What I said, y'all low-key be racist and don't know it. Yeah, Listen, I may not speak fluent Spanish, but I understand a lot of words. So I love videos like this because it be gagging them. And I'm talking about the racist ones, the ones that always think that they're better than when you speak Spanish or know a little bit of Spanish because it's like, oh my God. How? Yeah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I really love this and I love the fact that he called him out because it happens too much in specific areas. If you do not live in certain areas, you would not know anything about this.
So when you talk about black folks in Spanish, a bunch of them understand what the fuck you saying. No, y'all talking that nigga shit Spanish. Yo soy cubano, yo entiendo. Cuando hablas esa mierda, de negros, la hablando de mí también.
And now she get mad calling Selena. Okay, boom dia. Out of here. Girl, nobody call it for Selena. Selena's not alive, okay? Let her rest in peace, okay? Como le frosh, she's not here. Bye. Let me know what y'all think down below about some of these topics in this video. And we're out, babies.
No personal thing.